wanted to do a quick video about some multiplication strategies. I've been talking to the kids about how by the end of third grade they need to be able to know fluently all of their multiplication facts. That means any two numbers multiplied together that would equal anything between 0 and 100. That's what we're expected to know in third grade. So we've really been working very hard on some strategies for that to make sure that we're moving in the right direction. And the good news is the kids are really on their way to knowing more than half of those multiplication facts. We've talked about how anything times 0 is just 0. The kids know that anything times 1 is just the other factor. So those are some really easy multiplication facts. Anything times 2, those are just your doubles facts that you are supposed to learn in first and second grade. So if you have 2 times 8, you just have to double 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. Now I will say if your child did not learn their doubles facts in first and second grade, that strategy is not going to help them very much. But it's still important that they know those doubles facts, so be working on those. Anything times 5, we just learned that we just need to count by 5s. Now, eventually, some of these strategies are going to be so quick, like even the counting by 5s. If you have 5 times 8, right now the kids know they can just put up 8 fingers and count by 5s. Eventually, the more we practice, those are just going to become automatic. But if you don't know it automatically, that is a quick and easy strategy to find the right answer. We also know that anything times 10, we just need to put a 0 on the end. This week we worked on our squared facts. Those are the facts like 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5, and so on. And we looked at the other day, we were building these facts. We were using blocks and using graph paper to build these arrays. We learned that if you build a 1 by 1 or a 2 by 2 or a 3 by 3 or a 4 by 4 or a 5 by 5 and so on, that those just make a square array. So that's why those are called squared facts, because when you have as many rows as what you have columns, of course it's going to make a perfect square. So that's why those are called. Just like with memorizing the doubles for their addition facts in first and second grade, I also would like for the kids to memorize their squared facts, the 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, and so on. So I made up several rhymes for them to practice to try to get those committed to memory. And so we worked on playing around with some of those rhymes this week. 2 sets of twins on the floor, 2 times 2 equals 4. I'm free, and I feel fine. 3 times 3 equals 9. Floors, they need clean. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 bees in 5 hives. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 dogs with 6 sticks. 6 times 6 is 36. 7 in heaven feeling fine. 7 times 7 is 49. I ate and ate and got sick on the floor. 8 times 8 is 64. 9 nines having fun. 9 times 9 is 81. So again, these are some of the strategies that we have already been working on in class. So the kids are well on their way to knowing all facts times 0, times 1, times 2, times 5, times 10, and those squared facts. Now I did tell the kids in order to practice those squared facts, we've played several games this week. The one was rolling a square that you play for homework this week. I also made up a game called Mic-Mac-Mo, which is like tic-tac-toe, only with multiplication facts. So I said to the kids, you're going to the restaurant, you're waiting there for your food, turn the placemat over and play a game of Mic-Mac-Mo. You're at the doctor's office, you're waiting for that doctor to finally come in the room, just play a game of tic-tac-toe. So just make a quick tic-tac-toe board. You're going to fill that tic-tac-toe board with products of those squared facts. So like 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 5 is 25, 6 times 6 is 36, 7 times 7 is 49, 8 times 8 is 64, 9 times 9 is 81, 10 times 10 is 100. And then all you need to do is get some little scrap pieces of paper. You need to have the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then you just take turns playing the game. You can just draw the pieces of paper. If I drew a 5, then I know that 5 times 5 is 25. I can put my X on 25. And then Jessie pulls a card. Let's say she pulls an 8. 8 times 8 is 64. She can put her O on 64. And then we just continue to play and play tic-tac-toe. Just another fun way for them to practice their multiplication facts to become fluent. Today we learned a brand new strategy, and that strategy was adding a group. On Monday, we're going to learn the strategy subtracting a group, and it's the exact same idea, except, of course, instead of adding a group, you're subtracting a group. I especially wanted to make this video because I didn't send homework home for this lesson. Since it was the weekend, I don't like to send homework home on the weekend, and so you're not going to get a chance to practice this strategy. So I thought I would make a quick video so that you can see how this strategy works. Now that the kids know all of those easy facts, these are all the easy facts that they're now committing to their memory. If they are learning these facts, they can use these for helper facts. And here's what I mean. 6 times 7 is often one of those problems that kids have trouble with. And so if they know that 5 times 7 is 35, they can use that as a helper fact. I'm going to draw out a picture so that you can see what I showed the kids today. 5 times 7 is just simply 5 groups with 7 in each group. 6 times 7 would be, I still have 7 in each group, but now I have 6 groups. So all I need to do is add on another 7 to get 42. So if I try another one, 6s are great for this strategy. Let's say I do 6 times 9. And again, 6 is very close to 5, which 5 is an easy fact for the kids to do. It's one of the ones that we've been working on. 5 times 9 is 45. I have a 9 in both problems. That means I have 5 groups of 9. If I know that 5 groups of 9 is 45, all I have to do is add on another group, because now I have 6 groups of 9. So add on another 9, and that would be 54. So that is the adding a group strategy. Another fact that's easy to use that strategy with is anything times 4. So let's say I had 4 times 7. Or I guess, no, sorry, I'm going to go back because that's when I wanted to show you the subtracting a group strategy. So let me do another one. 3 is what I wanted to do. 3 times 7. All right, 3 times 7 is really close to 2 times 7. 2 is one of those easy facts, so you can use it as a helper fact. So I have 2 groups of 7, and that equals 14. If I have 3 groups of 7, I'm just adding on another group of 7, so 14 plus 7 would be 21. So anything times 6, I can use times 5 as the helper. Anything times 3, I can use times 2 as the helper. And then all I have to do is just add another group. Now, like I say, Monday we're going to work on the subtract a group strategy. And so that would be problems like if I had 9 times 7. 9 times 7 might be one of those facts that's hard for kids to just know right away, but they know right away 10 times 7. So they could use 10 times 7 as that helper fact. Well, if they know that 10 groups of 7 is 70, 7 is that common number in both problems. This was 10 groups of 7. If I only have 9 groups of 7, I just need to subtract 7. So my answer would be 63. So anything times 9, we can use times 10 as that helper fact. That's where I was saying anything times 4, like if I had 4 times 8, I could use 5 times 8 as my helper fact because I'm really good at my 5s. So 5 times 8 is 40. Now, I have 8 in both problems. This is 5 groups of 8. This is only 4 groups of 8. So I just need to subtract a group of 8. So my answer would be 32. So now adding to my list of strategies is the add a group strategy and the subtract a group strategy. We did add a group today. We're going to do subtract a group on Monday. We have the test over this unit on Wednesday. I think I'm going to make another video in a couple of days over all of the review stuff. But right now, the only way to become better at your multiplication facts is to practice. I hope that everybody spends some time playing some fun games and practicing their multiplication facts. Have a good one.